Welcome back to my channel, where truth finally takes the stand and the lies that built the Sister Wives empire start to crumble in front of millions. The courtroom doors groan open like they've been holding back decades of secrets. Cameras whip toward the entrance, every lens trained on Christine Brown. Her stilettos click against the marble floor in a slow, merciless rhythm. Each step feels like a countdown to Judgment Day. She doesn't even glance at Kody, not once. But Robyn can't stop staring. Her eyes flicker with the same fear that once hid behind fake smiles and rehearsed TLC confessionals. The bailiff's voice cuts through the air. Court is now in session. Christine has a single envelope in her hand. It's sealed, marked confidential DNA results. And when she slides it across the polished oak table to the judge, Kody's smirk falters. For the first time, the mask slips. Behind these walls, the Browns' family secrets have lived like ghosts, whispered, denied, buried. But today, they're clawing their way to the surface. Someone in this room will leave in handcuffs. Outside, protesters chant. Cameras flash. The courthouse reeks of dust, wax, and truth. Inside, silence reigns. Christine stands tall, chin up, eyes cold steel. Kody walks in late, too confident, too polished. And behind him, Robyn stumbles, dragging that oversized leather purse like a burden she can't let go of. Janelle and Meri sit together in the gallery. Not testifying, not yet, but watching, waiting. Meri hasn't spoken to Christine since the night everything exploded. But today, her folded arms and tight lips say what words can't. She's here for blood. The judge enters. The crowd rises. The world seems to hold its breath. Christine's attorney, a calm, sharp-eyed woman with the tone of a surgeon, steps forward. Your Honor, we are here today on behalf of Ms. Christine Brown regarding charges of guardianship fraud, emotional misconduct, and falsification of legal documents. The courtroom freezes. Then, clunk, Robyn's purse slips from her lap. The echo makes everyone flinch. Christine doesn't blink. She opens her folder and hands over a stack of documents, marriage contracts, childcare affidavits, and one suspicious form with her name, her forged signature, circled in red. That, her attorney says, is the document my client never signed. Yet it was used in multiple legal filings, including to transfer custody rights of a minor. Kody bursts forward, voice strained. Your Honor, the judge raises his hand. Mr. Brown, you'll have your turn. Christine takes a steady breath. Her voice doesn't tremble. That's not my signature. I swear on my life. Then comes the first bombshell. The child listed in that document wasn't even in the state that day. We were in Flagstaff. I have receipts, phone records, photos. A gasp ripples through the courtroom. Robyn leans toward Kody, whispering furiously. He shakes his head, trying to quiet her without speaking, but the damage is done. Christine's gaze never wavers. Her knuckles whiten on the witness stand, but she looks unshakable. The judge leans forward. Tomorrow, a document expert will review the signature. If forgery is proven, this court will act accordingly. From the gallery, Meri lets out a bitter half-laugh. Robyn snaps her head around. What are you laughing at? Meri smirks. Oh, I just remembered. I signed those forms too. Silence. The temperature in the room drops. Kody's lawyer rises, his tone calm but condescending. Your Honor, Mr. Brown has never forged a document. This must be a misunderstanding. Ms. Brown was under emotional stress. Perhaps she forgot signing it. Christine shoots to her feet. I forgot to sign away custody of my own child? The gavel slams. Sit down, Ms. Brown. Outside, cameras capture the moment. Christine with fire in her eyes, Kody pretending to stretch his neck like this is all just a nuisance. Janelle watches him, hands folded tight, eyes never leaving his face. The court breaks for lunch, but the tension lingers like smoke. In the hallway, reporters swarm. Christine brushes them off. You'll see, she says. Everything will come out soon. Inside the break room, Robyn sobs into her hands. I didn't know, she whispers. I didn't think she'd actually do it. Her attorney murmurs something about damage control and optics, but the mascara is already running. Outside, two paralegals text everything they just overheard. When the court reconvenes, the judge announces an emergency subpoena. A handwriting expert will testify within 48 hours. Both parties are ordered to stay silent. No press, no statements. Kody stiffens. He knows what's coming. If those phone records prove Christine was out of state, the fallout won't just be scandal, it'll be criminal. Then, the voice no one expected. Your Honor, says Janelle, standing tall. I'd like to be added to tomorrow's witness list. Kody spins around. Janelle, don't. But she doesn't even look at him. I think I have something the court needs to hear. The judge nods. So ordered. Court adjourns. Christine heads for the exit, but someone has already beaten her to the parking lot. A sealed envelope sits under her windshield wiper. No signature. No return address. Just one word typed in bold letters. Truth. The next day, the handwriting expert arrives early. She takes the stand, calm, clinical, unshakable. The signature, she says, is a forgery. An excellent one, but a forgery nonetheless. And just like that, the courtroom erupts. The house of cards finally falls. Room erupts. The house of cards finally falls. Where truth walks into court wearing heels and lies leave the room in handcuffs. Today, the courtroom that once echoed with polite words and fake smiles has turned into a battleground. The gavel has barely cooled, but the air is already thick enough to cut. Christine doesn't answer right away. She lowers her eyes, folding her trembling hands together as if praying, not for mercy, but for restraint. Her silence is louder than any confession. The judge leans forward, eyes wide in disbelief. Are you absolutely certain? Yes, Your Honor, the document examiner replies calmly. We tested for pressure points, ink diffusion, and baseline slope. The signature was copied, traced from an older document, digitally altered, and printed to look authentic. But it isn't. It's a forgery. And just like that, the world shifts. The air tightens. The marble walls seem to hum with tension. Every camera in the gallery refocuses. Every spectator stops breathing. Because now, it's real. Kody mouths something urgently to his attorney. Robyn grips the edge of her chair until her knuckles bleach white, eyes darting, breath shallow, as if her entire body knows the end is near. Christine doesn't even turn their way. Her face is carved from calm, her lawyer standing tall beside her. Your Honor, the lawyer says, voice crisp with fury, with this confirmation, we request immediate sanctions. This document was used to gain guardianship over a child Ms. Brown never consented to release. That's not paperwork, that's parental theft. The room gasps. It's a sound like the first crack of thunder before the storm hits. Kody's lawyer leaps to his feet, objecting, but one sharp look from the judge silences him. Mr. Brown, the judge says sternly, you will now testify under oath. Where did this document come from, and to whom was it submitted? Kody straightens his back, jaw clenching. I didn't write it, he says tightly. Robyn brought it to me. She said Christine had already signed it. Every head swivels toward Robyn, her face drains of color. I thought she did, she stammers. It was on top of the other mail. She said she was tired of the custody battles, that she was done. Christine finally speaks, voice steady but sharp as glass. I never said that, not once. And I never sent that form. The judge exhales, rubbing his temples. So, if neither of you authored it, who did? Silence. The kind that burns. Then the bailiff steps forward with a folded sheet of paper. Your Honor, this was delivered anonymously during recess. It includes screenshots and audio clips. The judge reads the subject line out loud. Kody lied, Robyn knew. A murmur ripples through the courtroom. Robyn's lips part in horror. She covers her mouth, trembling. The judge presses play on the recording. It's scratchy, distorted, but unmistakable. Kody's voice. You don't have to tell her, Robyn, just say it came in the mail. She won't question it. If she does, call it a clerical error. Either way, she's done fighting. Christine's eyes close. Janelle turns away, shaking her head. Meri whispers something under her breath that no one can hear. Robyn breaks, completely. Tears pour down her face as she trembles uncontrollably. I didn't know he had that recording, she sobs. He told me she'd already signed. He said it was handled. The judge's gavel slams. Order in the court. Kody erupts, voice cracking with rage. This is illegal. That recording was obtained without consent. It's entrapment. But Christine's lawyer just smiles, razor sharp. Actually, Your Honor, it's admissible. Arizona law allows one-party consent for recordings. And wouldn't you know, the phone belonged to Robyn Brown. A collective gasp. Robyn's hand flies to her mouth. She remembers. She recorded it herself and forgot. Kody's composure disintegrates. He scans the room desperately, looking for a lifeline, but there's none. Not from Robyn, not from Janelle. Not from Meri. The judge orders a 10-minute recess. In the hallway, chaos reigns. Reporters scramble. Phones buzz. Twitter explodes with 2 hashtags. Kody lied and shocked Robyn knew. Inside a quiet side room, Christine sits for the first time all day. Her hands are shaking, but her heart isn't. She turns to her lawyer. "We keep going," she says quietly. No mercy. When court resumes, the verdict hits like thunder. Based on today's evidence, the judge declares, this court finds proof of fraud. An official inquiry into the custody agreement is now in motion. All related paperwork is suspended until further notice. Kody's attorney pleads for a continuance. Denied. Then, the unexpected voice. Janelle rises. "Your Honor, I'd also like to testify tomorrow. I have evidence of a pattern, another falsified document." Christine blinks, stunned. "You do?" Janelle nods. "Yes, he did the same thing to me." The courtroom erupts. This isn't just Christine versus Kody anymore. This is a pattern, a history, a reckoning. Kody explodes. "This is insane. We're family. Families handle things privately, not like this." But no one believes him now. Not after years of lies. Not after the tapes. And then, in a voice barely above a whisper, Robyn speaks. I want to make a deal." The judge pauses. "Excuse me?" Robyn wipes her tears. "I want immunity. I'll testify. I'll tell the truth, all of it. But I won't go down for him." Kody stares at her, mouth open in disbelief. "Robyn," she cuts him off cold. "You used me, Kody. You used all of us. I believed in you. But I'm not going to jail for you." The judge confers with the attorneys in hushed tones, then nods. "Very well. The court will hear sealed testimony from Ms. Robyn Brown this afternoon. A state representative will be present. We are now discussing criminal charges." The gavel falls. Court adjourned. As Kody storms out, someone from the crowd shouts, "Did you just switch on Kody?" Robyn doesn't answer. She just looks down, tears dripping silently. But everyone already knows. By morning, Flagstaff is frozen in both weather and rumor. Reporters cluster at the courthouse steps, microphones gleaming. The whispers have changed now. Not about custody, not about contracts, but about blood. Because today it's not just about documents anymore. It's about DNA. And the truth waiting inside that final sealed envelope. Truth waiting inside that final sealed envelope. Today, you're about to witness the moment the sister wives world split in half. A moment so explosive that even 10 years from now, people will still whisper about it in disbelief. The courtroom was supposed to be quiet, a place for answers. But when Christine Brown rose from her seat clutching that white envelope, the air itself seemed to hold its breath. "Your Honor," she began, voice trembling but resolute, "I've brought something new to your attention. It's painful, but it's proof that this entire family was built on lies." The sound of paper against wood echoed through the room as she lifted the envelope high. Reporters leaned forward, pens trembling. Robyn froze. Kody's jaw locked tight. "These," Christine continued, "are DNA test results for one of my children." A collective gasp rippled across the courtroom. The judge's hand paused midair as he adjusted his glasses. "You're telling me," he asked slowly, "that this DNA test is relevant to the case?" Christine nodded once, silent but unflinching. "Yes, Your Honor," she whispered. "It confirms that Kody Brown is not the father." The words detonated like a bomb. Instant chaos. Reporters whisper yelling into phones. The bailiff shouting for order. Cameras flashing like lightning. And yet, Christine stood still, the storm's calm center. "I didn't want to believe it," she said softly, voice cracking but steady. "But once we discovered the falsified documents, I had to ask myself, what else was I naive about?" Kody slammed his fist against the table, face burning red. "You're lying!" he roared. "You'd drag our child through this circus just to humiliate me?" Christine's eyes gleamed with restrained fury. "You humiliated yourself, Kody," she shot back. "When you chose dishonesty over family, when you lied to all of us." Robyn buried her face in her hands, sobbing uncontrollably, while the judge's gavel slammed for silence that no one could obey. But it was too late. The truth, sharp and merciless, and was already out there. The judge opened the sealed results, and for a moment, time stopped. Every breath in the room vanished. When he finally spoke, the words felt heavier than the walls themselves. "Mr. Brown's DNA does not match that of the minor. The likelihood of paternity is 0%. A noise escaped Kody that wasn't quite human. Half scream, half shudder. He sank into his chair, pale and hollow. His attorney whispered something, but Kody didn't move, didn't hear. Then, from across the room, Janelle stood, calm, composed. But her eyes blazed with something between pain and justice. "Your Honor," she said, Before you proceed, the court should know who requested that DNA test. Christine didn't. The room turned. Every gaze locked on her. It was Robyn, Janelle declared. She sent it anonymously to Christine's lawyer 2 weeks ago. She wanted her to know. She wanted her to turn against him. Gasps filled the air. Robyn froze, tears drying instantly as though even grief abandoned her. I what? She stammered. The judge leaned back, the tension in the room heavy enough to crush air. No one knew who was the victim anymore, because now everyone had betrayed someone. The attorneys whispered in frantic huddles. The judge finally raised his hand. This court will defer judgment on custody matters until the DNA issue is resolved. However, he said gravely, given these revelations, we must now consider potential financial dishonesty and coercion in prior family settlements. Kody's voice sliced through the whispers. You're tearing us apart, he shouted, glaring at Christine. You're destroying everything we built. Christine looked at him, her eyes soft but exhausted. No, Kody, she said quietly. You did that the day you made me doubt my own sanity. For a heartbeat, regret flickered in his eyes, faint, almost human. And then it was gone. The gavel came down again. Lunch recess. Reporters swarmed. Cameras flashed. Christine exited the courtroom surrounded by her attorney, her expression unreadable, but her steps unshaken. Janelle slipped her a note as they passed. It's not over. Downstairs in the courthouse cafeteria, Robyn sat alone before an untouched cup of coffee. Cameras rolled silently nearby. I didn't mean to hurt anyone, she murmured. I just wanted the truth out. Within an hour, the footage was everywhere. Robyn Brown confessing that she sent the DNA test. The story had evolved beyond family drama. It was now a national scandal with legal consequences. When the court reconvened that afternoon, the tone had shifted entirely. The emotional weight was unbearable. Christine's attorney called Janelle to testify again. There were other forged documents, Janelle said, holding up copies. Property transfers. Bank authorizations. Signatures that aren't ours. But all printed from the same machine. The same notary stamp. The same deceit. The judge's face hardened. Each paper was stamped, logged as new exhibits. Even Kody's own lawyer seemed defeated now, a man trying to hold back a hurricane with a paper umbrella. Then came the quiet dagger. Christine's child's written statement was read aloud. Just one line that silenced everyone. I don't blame anybody. I just wish everyone would stop lying. I just wish for peace. Christine's tears fell soundlessly. Kody's shoulders collapsed. For the first time, he looked small, no longer the patriarch, but a man unraveling under the weight of his own deception. The judge closed his folder. This court will reconvene tomorrow regarding the alleged recordings and financial discrepancies, he announced. He turned toward Robyn. And Mrs. Brown, your request for immunity is approved. You will testify under sealed record in the morning. Bang. The gavel fell. Session adjourned. Christine walked out through a storm of cameras, wind catching her hair as she whispered to herself, It's almost over. Robyn followed under police escort, silent, blank-faced. Someone in the crowd shouted, Did you betray him? She didn't answer. Just shut the car door softly, like as if locking away the last piece of her conscience. Inside, Kody remained frozen at the defense table. His lawyer leaned in. We'll appeal, he muttered. But Kody didn't respond. He stared at his hands. And then slowly, a faint, unsettling smile crept across his face. She thinks she's won, he murmured. But she has no idea what's coming. The camera of the mind lingers on that smile, the dark, hollow kind that promises the storm isn't over. And just like that, the audience realizes this isn't the end. It's the beginning of the final reckoning. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of the final reckoning. Today, we enter the final day of the most shocking courtroom saga the Sister Wives world has ever seen. A storm is brewing inside those marble walls, and by the time it passes, nothing about the Brown family will ever be the same again. The audio begins to play. The courtroom is silent, but the sound that fills it chills every heart in the room. It's Kody's voice, calm, cold, deliberate. Cool, they won't catch on, not unless you freak out. Just read from the script. When the court questions you, say it was Christine's idea. She'll lose it, and the judge won't listen to her. A ripple moves through the courtroom like a ghost. Christine lowers her gaze, her hands trembling. The prosecutor's pen freezes midair. Then the second recording plays, darker, venomous. You need to stop questioning me, Robyn. I'm the boss of this family. You want in, you do your part. Don't make me regret choosing you. Robyn's face drains of color. Her lips tremble, but no tears come this time. The third recording twists the knife. Once the papers go through, we'll move everything into your name. It's cleaner that way. If they ask questions, we'll say it's a legal necessity. Trust me, they don't understand how business works. By the final clip, even the prosecutor looks away. The judge exhales sharply, his gavel resting motionless. We'll be entering this as sealed testimony, he says finally. But prepare for cross-examination. If this becomes criminal, he doesn't finish. He doesn't need to. Everyone knows what those words mean. Robyn signs her statement with shaky hands. I never wanted it to go this far, she whispers. But I'm done lying for him. She stands, closes her laptop, and walks out, not looking back. When court reconvenes after lunch, the energy is electric, heavy, like a bomb has gone off, and everyone's waiting for the aftershock. Christine sits quietly, staring ahead. Janelle gives her a small nod from across the aisle. The air feels thick with things unspoken. Then, 10 minutes late, the doors open. Kody enters, disheveled, red-eyed, his tie hanging loose. The confident patriarch looks hollow. The judge wastes no time. This court has heard sealed testimony from Mrs. Robyn Brown, he announces gravely. That testimony raises serious questions regarding witness intimidation, financial coercion, and possible perjury. The words hang heavy. Then comes the twist no one expected. Today, we will also hear from Mrs. Meri Brown, who has informed this court that she possesses new evidence. All eyes turn to Meri as she walks slowly to the stand, plain dress, no makeup, just a quiet fire in her eyes. I didn't come here to take sides, she begins, but I won't protect lies anymore. She places a brown folder on the table. These are bank records, emails, messages, proof that Kody transferred money between accounts in all our names. Sometimes without telling us, sometimes by forging our signatures. The judge raises an eyebrow. Are you accusing Mr. Brown of financial fraud? Meri's reply is calm, devastating. Yes, Your Honor, but that's not all. From her pocket, she pulls a small USB drive. There's something else. Something I recorded a year ago. I didn't want to use it, but Christine deserves the truth. The screen flickers to life. A grainy kitchen cam video fills the monitors. Kody paces like a caged animal. Robyn sits, silent, afraid. And then, the sentence that freezes every breath in the room. I don't care what I have to do. Christine won't cooperate. Then we'll make her crazy. Let the court take her kids. That'll shut her up. Gasps explode through the room. Christine's hand flies to her mouth, her eyes filling with tears. Janelle stands up, shaking with rage. The gavel slams. Order, order! The judge shouts, but the damage is done. Kody lunges to his feet. That's illegal. You can't record me. That's against... Meri cuts in, voice sharp as glass. Against what, Kody? Against your right to destroy us one by one? The room erupts again. Kody's breathing hard now, cornered, desperate. You don't understand the pressure I was under, he blurts. The cameras, the show, I was trying to protect everyone. The judge's voice cuts like thunder. Protect from what, Mr. Brown? From responsibility? The courtroom is chaos. Outside, reporters are broadcasting live. Every frame, every scream, every tear streamed to millions. Inside, Robyn walks past Kody, ignoring his outstretched hand. He brushes her arm gently and she recoils like the touch burns. The prosecution steps forward for their closing argument. What we've witnessed is a pattern of exploitation, dishonesty, and manipulation. Mr. Brown used his power to silence opposition, divert funds, and intimidate witnesses. This is not a custody battle. It is abuse of authority, pure and simple. Kody's lawyer tries weakly to counter. My client was emotionally distressed, erratic, but without criminal intent. Christine's attorney rises. Intent is right there on the tapes. The judge exhales deeply. This court will recess until tomorrow. But let me be clear. What we've seen today reveals rot at the very foundation of this family. The question is no longer who lied. It's who hasn't been lied to. Outside, chaos reigns. Reporters shout, fans scream, protesters chant. But Christine moves like a ghost through the noise, her face unreadable. Meri and Janelle walk beside her, not rivals, not co-wives, just survivors. And across the parking lot stands Kody, alone. No cameras, no allies, no power left to wield. He opens his car door, slumps inside, and whispers to no one. They turned on me. But deep down he knows, and he turned first. The next morning dawns gray, the courthouse draped in clouds like mourning cloth. No shouting now, just waiting. The world already knows what's coming. Inside, silence. Janelle sits front row, jaw locked. Meri slouches, drained. Robyn's eyes are dry. And Christine stands by the window, unmoving, ready. Then Kody enters. No tie, no jacket. Just a crumpled shirt and shaking hands. He doesn't look at anyone. The bailiff calls the room to order. The judge steps in, carrying the final verdict. Having heard all testimony and reviewed all evidence, this court finds Mr. Kody Brown liable for document forgery, financial misrepresentation, and attempts to defraud this court. All custody agreements made under duress or deceit are hereby null and void. Full custody of the minor children is restored to Ms. Christine Brown. Gasps echo, but the judge continues. Furthermore, Mr. Brown's conduct will be referred to the county prosecutor for potential charges of fraud, coercion, and conspiracy to obstruct justice. Robyn's lips part in shock. Kody remains motionless. This court recognizes a pattern of emotional abuse and manipulation. The judge adds, voice firm. Though not criminal here, it will weigh heavily in any future proceedings. Ms. Brown, you are permitted to seek restitution. This court stands with you. Christine nods slowly, tears falling silently, not of victory but of release. The gavel falls. Court adjourned. But Kody isn't finished. He stands, voice breaking but loud enough for everyone to hear. You all think I'm a monster, he says. Maybe I am. But I didn't start this to hurt anyone. I started because I was scared. I built this family from a dream. And dreams break under pressure. When you left, Christine, when all of you started slipping away, I panicked. I tried to hold on the only way I knew, control. He turns toward Christine. I never stopped loving you. I just forgot how to love without ownership. Then to Robyn. You believed in me, and I poisoned that too. He looks at the judge. Whatever comes next, I'll take it. He leaves the courtroom before anyone can speak, and for a long moment, no one knows if they've just witnessed an apology or the last desperate act of a man who ran out of lies. Outside, the media storm rages again. Christine walks forward, shoulders straight. A reporter shouts, Christine! Any message for your viewers at home? She stops, turns. Don't confuse silence with weakness. Then she disappears into the crowd, the woman who finally broke the chain. That night, headlines flood the internet. Kody Brown referred for criminal charges. Christine wins full custody. Meri's secret recording shatters the Brown legacy. Robyn drives out of town quietly. No interviews, no cameras, just her and her children fading into the hills. Meri returns to her business, posting a single line on her livestream. Healing isn't loud. Janelle smiles again for the first time in weeks, holding her grandchild. And Kody, nowhere to be seen. Until one day, a blurry cell phone video emerges. Kody at a gas station near the Utah border. Alone. No ring. No cameras. Just a man staring at the pavement like it's the only thing still holding him up. But just when the world believes it's over, a final twist drops. A leaked voicemail. Kody's voice recorded weeks before the trial. I still have one card left. If she pushes me, I'll play it. And no one, not even the judge, will see it coming. The internet explodes. What card? What secret? When asked about it, Christine simply says, let him play it. I'm not afraid anymore. And that's the real ending. Not a gavel, but a warning. Because in the world of the sister wives, not every secret stays buried. World of the sister wives, not every secret stays buried.